Hey, everyone. Welcome in. We're going to give everybody a few more minutes and we're going to get this thing going. And that is on period. Okay. I'm in this live by myself today, but we're going to chime y'all all in just a moment. Thank you, sir. Had to have my technical team come in and help me. Okay. So, yes, we're going to chime right in just a few moments. Probably give everybody 2 or 3 minutes to chime in. And yes, let's do it. Yeah, okay. I'm in this by 2 or 3 minutes to chime in. And yes, let's do it. Yeah, okay. I'm in this by 2 or 3 minutes to chime in. Let's see. Episode 2. We are back to school, y'all. Let's go. Let's see. Episode 2. We are back to. Let me see. All right, y'all. We're going to give about 2 more minutes. And then we're going to just jump right in. Let's see. All right, y'all. We're going to give about 2 more minutes. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the live. I actually got quite a few gadgets over here because normally my great good girlfriend, which is the other host, she's here. But I'm in here doing my thug thizzle. Do people say that? Maybe not. Let me know if y'all can hear me or if y'all cannot hear me. We're gonna just dive right in, literally in 1 minute. Okay. Y'all let's get ready to chit chat. Like, it's Sunday. Yes, we are live. Okay. We are live. Okay. Yes. Hey. We live, y'all. Yes, I know it looks a little different from last week. I've been in the kitchen cooking. But let's just get started. Let's get started. Okay. So I actually can see everybody's comments on Facebook this time. I don't know what happened last time, but shout out to Rachel, who's the host, who is unable to be here physically, but she's here with us spiritually. I know y'all felt that. That's a word. Shout out to Rachel. We want to give a very happy 6th wedding anniversary to Rachel and her hubs. She know that's my girl. I already sent her a heartfelt message. But she already know what's up. That's my girl. Bang, bang, bang. Like, period. Goon Squad. Okay. And then there is Honey T. Shout out to Honey T, which I'm almost sure that is Rachel's sister. So, hey, Honey T. Hola. And yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So, as you know, oh wait, y'all, hold on, wait. My nose trying to get discombobulated. Okay, so what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Assignment Podcast. All right, when you understand the child, the assignment is completed. All right, this is the Assignment Podcast. Like I already said, please follow us on Instagram and also here on Facebook with our Facebook page, which is THEE. I want to make that clear. Assignment Podcast. Also follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube page where we go live on YouTube and on Facebook. And then we'll be putting the saved lives on Instagram TV. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. I am forever. Actually, that's not right. I am standing in place of my host, Rachel, who is celebrating a great day for her and her family. You can follow her on Instagram at um RJBERY11, and that is her personal Instagram. And she has two beautiful daughters, and those are the Denny girls, and that's underscore Denny girls underscore Denny underscore girls. And that is at Instagram, and they are the first two little baby girls, and they're not babies, but when I met them, they was babies, so y'all know what I mean. And her custom sock business, which is Diet Down, or at Diet Down, and that's where she has custom socks, which I love, and I'll be wearing them out. So it's time for me to get a few more pair because I've been wearing my socks out. Shout out to, it says Real TT, says hey girl, welcome in, thank you so much. And again, I am on. That is from the Really TT is from YouTube, so I can actually see all of that. That is so good, y'all. Because last time we was having troubles with that. Shout out to everything being functional. Come on, functionality. It's always dysfunction. Something. Come on, functionality. Okay, and so shout out to the other host who is not here, but go follow her on all her social medias, which is herself, her daughters, and her custom sock and apparel is tie-dye. So go check her out and follow her on Instagram. And I am the owner of Zenny Production, which consists of Forever Patriot Denise, Summer City TV, also Normalize It Being Black, and anything under the Rose Wilson household, which is my family's last name. I produce content, curvy, children's, mommy and me fashion, sneakers, lifestyle, day in the life, black mom, black wife, amazing black woman, all that and some. Okay, you can reach me at Forever Patriot Denise on Instagram and on YouTube and on TikTok, but you can also reach me on YouTube as well as Normalize It Being Black. Gotta plug myself as well as the other hosts because we out here doing it for ourselves. All right. Okay, so Really TT is Rachel's little sister. Okay. Oh, hey, big sis. So I'm guessing, is that Tamara? Comment down below. Is that which sister? Is that the sister you are? Sorry, y'all. I'm like y'all other siblings that y'all don't really know about. Like, I love Rachel's big family. So it's just me. I got an older brother and a little brother, and that's it. I'm the only girl. So I just love her big family. So, or the dynamic of the big family. So y'all come take a seat because class is in session. So let's get into it. All right. So last week we had a door prize of $20. And how that worked is anybody that was in the live commenting and living it up with us. Yes, girl. Yes. Okay. Rachel, look, big sister. So shout out to me getting the name right. I'm so bad with names. So yes, Tamara, sis, you doing great. Okay. I was right. Okay. But last week we did have a door prize of $20. And that was pretty much, we put all the names in a kind of, I guess, on a wheel to see, who won. And that would be the winner was Essence of Tea, who's my line sister, my soror. Shout out to my soror Letitia, who's Essence of Tea. You can follow her on Instagram and on YouTube as Essence of Tea. And she won the $20. So shout out to her. I was really surprised that she won. Not saying that she couldn't win, but I was surprised. So shout out to her for winning the door prize. Y'all, we definitely have more door prizes because we are definitely really happy on how our podcast went last week, and just the love and support that we're getting from everybody from all across the United States. So we genuinely are thanking everybody who was a part of the assignment family and showing us love and just supporting us and tuning in live. We really do appreciate that, y'all. So from me and Rachel to y'all. Okay, so thank y'all so much. Now, I want to talk about the product of the week. So I actually kind of was like, oh, what am I going to do for the product of the week? What I'm going to do for the product of the week? Now, let me see which I don't think I can. I was trying to figure out the StreamYard possibilities, but when I was looking up on YouTube, it told me I could do something, but I really can't. So whatever, we're going to tune right into what I can do, and that is with my cellular device. Okay. So the product of the week is, I don't know if you've heard about it, it is the Apple AirTag. Okay, I don't know if you know what that is, but they're like nickel size. It's in between the size of a nickel, but in a quarter. They're like a nickel size, kind of like doggy tags, I guess you want to say, but they're for anything you need in your life. So Apple has these tags where you can pretty much sync them to your Find My phone or Find My, you have the Find My phone or Find My iPad, gadget, Apple Watch app on your phone that comes on every Apple product ever. So I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like on my phone. Hopefully you guys can see it, okay? This is what it looks like. These are Apple AirTags, okay? And a lot of parents have been talking about these Apple AirTags. And they're $99 for 4, and then if you can see that there are one Apple AirTag is $29.99. Okay. And what you can do is, a lot of parents, for like their teenagers, they've been clipping them. It comes with a clip, or you can buy the clip. You can clip it to the book bag. Or for the younger children, you can buy this wrist band for like to go around your wrist, kind of like an Apple Watch. And these are only $10 on Amazon. And you could put those on your child. And so, like, if you're kindergarten, a lot of parents have to put their kindergartners on the bus, right? And I know that's got to be scary. That's got to be scary. I have 3 children. So I got, when my oldest son was, it was just, me, him, and his dad, or my husband, me, him, and my husband. It was definitely scary. Like, I used to just be praying all the time, like, just to make sure my baby got home safely. And he did. But it's definitely scary, especially if your oldest, your first one, going to school. Once your first one get the kinks out of you, you're good. But you could put this on your child's wrist. Explain, do not take it off. I don't care who tell you to. And this will allow you to know where your child's at. Or the bus is late. Y'all know buses come late. This is it. So this yellow wristband thingy is $10 off Amazon, but the actual Apple tags are, you can do 4 for like $100, or like 1 for like $30. Okay. So I don't know if y'all have heard of that, but definitely, like, that's like lit. And I'm actually thinking about getting my daughter some. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking about getting my daughter some, because it's just safety. Like, that's one of the topics I'm gonna talk about. Safety is so important, teaching our babies young about safety. So y'all comment down below, tell me what y'all think about the Apple AirTags. Is it doing too much, or is it like it's worth the money? So technically, if you got 4, for me, that would work, because I have 3 children. But one, it technically doesn't really go to that many places, but we still have places that she may want to go to, the park or what. I mean, just any. I would buy the 4-pack. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I would buy the 4-pack, and I would buy the little watch thingies. I would. Yeah, so let's get over to YouTube. It says, yes, prayer for those babies. Absolutely. Shout out to Mrs. Bonnet and High Heels. Thank you so much for being in the live. Really TT says, yes, I saw that and think it's pretty cool. Honey T says, whatever you need to make sure your baby is safe, I'm all for it. That's it. That's all. Period. Okay. And shout out to Really TT Curves of Fitness. Thank you so much for also being in the live from YouTube. Look, y'all just showing me so much love. Look, I was a little nervous because my sidekick ain't here, and we got, the energy be bouncing off each other. So I had to get myself all the way together, because it's different from pre-recording to live. Okay, you gotta be together live. Okay, so that is the product of the day. And I definitely think it's worth it. But I'm with Honey T, whatever it is for my children to be safe. That's what I'm on. Okay. So now let's talk about the copper drop. Y'all know me and Rachel are sneakerheads to the top fullest. I'm talking about as far as you can have it. Okay. And so I'm gonna give y'all the other copper drop, or the other item, which is the copper drop. And I am not a 1 fan, Air Jordan 1 fan. I'm not. I only have like 2 pair of mids, and most of you don't even like mids. I like mids. I only have like 2 pair in there. They not exclusive. They not nothing special. 2. The rest of my stuff consists of tons of things. But baby, when I tell you these right here, like, just they have a special place in my heart. That's what it is. They have a special place in my heart. Okay, here we go. We're going to show you guys. These are the Air Jordan 1s. High OG Pollens, okay? High OG Pollens, okay? I need these in my life. Like, quick story. Husband got exclusive access on sneakers, so he got his. I need these. So it kind of works out because it's so hard for us. Normally we don't like the same shoes, so it's so hard for us to cop the same shoes at the same time. But since he got exclusive access, baby, it's all about me. And low key, we gonna slide in the baby shoes too, because we gotta be 20. We gotta do the mommy and me. Okay. These come out on August 14th. And they'll come out in men, grade school, preschool, and toddlers. So you can get them for the entire family. Okay. The men I think are 170. The grade school is like 130, and then it'll go down from that aspect. So this is a cop for me. Let me know, y'all. Put them C's down there for some cop. Put them D's down there for some drop. Let me know what y'all think. Air Jordan 1s, high OG. They call Poppins. Now, with any highs, there's like you almost got to kill somebody to get them. Okay, you got to kill somebody to get them. I can't do time. I'm too cute for prison, so that ain't gonna be me. I just want them the regular way. Okay, so yeah. Let's get into the comments. Rachel says, so you looking at some ones. See, I don't care for ones. That's Rachel's shoe. That's her thing. Lows, mids, highs. She like ones. Not me. And she said, girl, yes, I need them. I know she need them. I know her and the girls gonna floss them out. Jasmine Olivia says, hey, Tam. Jasmine Olivia. Everybody said, hey, boo, hey, boo, hey. Okay. It says, I don't want to say your name wrong, so please me. Tali, Tala, Rahis. She put a heart emoji. I appreciate you, love. I do apologize if I said your name wrong, because I definitely don't like when people say my name wrong. So charge to my head, not to my heart. Golden Kaluti says, hey y'all. I think I said that right. So we just gonna say Golden. I think that should work, right? All right. So y'all, we just did our product of the day or the week, and then we did our copper drop. So copper drop and product of the week are really important to me and Rachel, because we are sneakerheads. We love to style and put our fashion sense on every little thing. So that's why we added into our live podcast. But let's get right into this week's topic, which is back to school. All right. If you did not know, Rachel has 2 daughters, and they're the ages of 5 and 3, and that is Layla and Peyton. And I think Layla is going to kindergarten, and that is a big deal. Even though Layla is not my child, or technically we have no genetics, but I'm super excited for that experience for her, right? Like, kindergarten is a big deal. Y'all should have seen the way I was crying my son with the kindergarten. My husband had to pull me out of there, like, you embarrassing me. So I don't know how Rachel gonna be, but I'm just gonna be all in my fifis, okay? Like, I'm just gonna be all in my fifis, just all in my feelings when it comes to, just knowing what her experience is for first day. And she's such a social butterfly, so I already know she's gonna be lit, and it's just gonna be a great day. Okay. Comment says, hey y'all, welcome in. Don't forget to hit the red button. Come on, really, TT. Thank you. And the thumbs up. Yes, sis. Rachel said, y'all, she not ready. She said she not ready. She not ready. So I think Tyler, he says, yes, the kids going back to school and we ready for them to go. Amen to that, honey. You better say amen. I was even asking my kids, what y'all want to wear on the first day? Let's get them out. Let's iron them up. Because I've been the teacher, the principal, the nurse, the lunch aide, the janitor, like for the last 18 months. Let's go. It's time to go to school. I mean, safety with your mask. Each kid got about 15 masks, lasts for a long time, all that. With your mask, stay safe, sanitizer, all that. But baby, y'all gotta go. Gotta go. moving on to back to school. If you do not know, I have 3 children. I have a son, and we call him Bubba because he does not like to call us TJ. But his name is Terrell, but we call him Bubba. He is 15. He's going into the 10th grade, sophomore. So we got 2 more years of high school. Crazy, right? After this year. And then I have a 7-year-old who's my sophisticated lady. Her name is Sydney, and she's going into the 2nd grade. Hopefully, she'll be testing out of 2nd grade, going to the 3rd grade, but that's kind of up in the air until school start because they weren't able to do the testing last year. And then I have a 3-year-old who's the head of the household. Her name is Summer. And we were going to do early childhood, but I normally keep my kids at home until they go to kindergarten. And so that's what we decided to do with her. So the first topic is how important every decision that they make will assist with their future, good or bad. And this is specifically for high school or middle schoolers because we're at that age where anything you say online to a person, can dictate your future, good or bad. And so, and that's really what we talking to my high schooler about, is that like making sure that the decisions that you're making, you try your best to say, okay, how is this going to dictate my future, good or bad? Because there's been plenty of people who's had great lives and their lives just came crumbling down because of something they said 10, 20, 30 years ago. Right? For an example, I don't know if you guys watch superhero shows, but we big superhero fans in this house. And The Flash is actually one of our favorite shows. And there's a guy on there. He was the stretch guy. If you do not know what I'm talking about, go on there or go on Google and says the stretch character on The Flash. He's no longer on The Flash because of something he said on Twitter like years ago. His life is ruined because of something he said online years ago. So we got to make sure the decisions that we're making, that we really try our best to understand the decision, especially for middle schoolers and even more for high schoolers, because y'all on your way out the door. And with me having a high schooler, like that is the topic of our discussion. Make sure you have integrity. And if anybody that don't know what integrity is, make sure that you're doing what's right all the time. Doesn't matter what nobody else says. So that kind of goes hand in hand. So Rachel says, oh wait, let's go back. Golden says, yes, kids go back now. I'm tired of it. It's almost 2 years. They need to go now. I agree. Let's go. See ya. Adios. Listen, tell the school to cut you a check. Period. I've been the superintendent too. They get the biggest money. Dictating, go to class, ringing the bell. Girl, we wearing Sunday's best for the first day of school. You got to, because they ain't been in school in almost 2 years. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back with a bang. Honey T says, yeah, we're ready for them to go back too. I know that's right. So Really T says, yes, every decision has a consequence, and it truly does. We got to make sure that our babies, especially our brown babies, understand that even when we the cream of the crop, we still, people not gonna see us like that. So you got to make sure every decision that you make is going to be guide your future as best as they possibly can. So Shara Evans, shout out to Shara in the live. She says even someone that could have won American Idol got kicked off and lost everything for him being racist and celebrating abusing his girlfriend. It was years ago and came back and bit him in the behind. Period. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, people are losing. It was Kevin Hart. He decided to not do or host the Oscars, but because of something he said online. And Kevin Hart is a comedian, so he's a person that's kind of in between a rock and a hard place. Like, stuff's supposed to be funny. He's supposed to identify the funny in the worst or the greatest of situations. So, like, it don't matter who you are, and you never know what you're gonna be in 10 years. Right? So you just got to be careful on what you say and how you saying it, especially when you're in middle school, and just kind of start that integrity thing. Now, I have definitely been talking to my daughter about integrity and just kind of reminded her what it means to have integrity, and even more what it means when you're African American. And I don't know how to be anything else but African American. And so, unfortunately, we have to give our babies that extra. Not only what it means to have integrity, but what it means to have integrity when you're African American. And so that's definitely been a topic of discussion in our household, because integrity is important. It's so important. And to be honest, I always knew about it, but I never really talked about it, right? Shout out to Leah in the live. We appreciate you so much for being here. Everybody that's in the live, y'all showing out today. It's because Rachel, you and Rachel in the live too. So she out here cutting up. Y'all cutting up, cutting up. Hunty says yes. Be careful how you treat people and act with integrity. That's period, point blank. That's what it is. Period. Because in reality, karma is a mug, and it's gonna come back to get you, good or bad. So karma doesn't have to be a bad thing; it can be a good thing too. But if you don't got integrity when you're doing what you're doing, baby, it's gonna come back in flying colors in a red dress with high heels. Yes. Okay, so that is more for like my middle school and high schoolers. I kind of combined that in one because middle school is only 2 to 3 years. High school is, for whatever reason, middle school go like this. High school seems to like, it's kind of long. Like, it's like, I don't know. It just seems like you're a freshman and then it takes forever for you to become a senior. That's just my personality. So the next is elementary school. So one of the biggest things about being in elementary school is, which I think is important, is a safe code, or staying safe in a safe code, because little kids a lot of times don't know boundaries unless they're like, for an example, like Layla and Sydney. Layla is Rachel's oldest. Layla is on it. Like, her senses is on it. She understands things far more than a normal 5-year-old, in my experience of being around her. Same thing for my daughter Sydney. She just understands things more than the average 7-year-old. Not saying nobody's better or worse. Just some kids pick up things faster than others. That's life. That's how we all are. And so boundaries are so important in staying safe. And most kids don't understand boundaries until they get older. So with that being said, what we do, something that I kind of started, is a safe word, because as y'all know, that they're like almost every day people are sharing, this child been gone since this date. She had on this, he had on this, so on and so forth. So a safe word or safe words is important, People can walk up to your kid and tell your kid by their name because the name is on the book bag. And because that's what we do. We want to make sure nobody gonna take your stuff, and you know that this your name, so this your bag. And they call your child by your name, like, oh, I'm here to pick up such and such. I'm here to pick you up because your mom called me. At that point, does that child go with them? Or that child is gonna say, what's the safe word? Because if there's no safe word, they don't know the safe word, my child not going. Because you're gonna know that if they talk to me, then you know that they know the safe word. And it's something bizarre. And so that's what I encourage some other parents to do. They have elementary school students, just teach them safe words. A safe word. If you see somebody that normally wouldn't pick you up and they say, I'm here to pick you up, what's the safe word? Simple as that. That's something I do. And I started doing that, with my son when he was younger, and it's still the same safe word. Something that nobody would ever think of unless you know, right? Unless you know. So let's get into these comments. Y'all talking it up in here. Okay. Shout out to Champions of Discord in the live. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Yes, Rachel, Sydney will read you. And it's just the politically correct. It's not her being sarcastic or smart behind. It's just, that's her life. Like, she really is politically correct. Like, she don't play that. So you worked out, but you gonna eat them Cheetos? That's her mentality. Like, that's 2 + 3 = 4. That don't go. So why are you doing it? So we have, someone said, no, Leah says, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm going too far up. Echoes from the Honeycomb says, yes, a safe word is very important. Reggie says, that's a good practice, a safe word. So that's something that has helped me, because you just never know. Okay. A safe word. I think a safe word can really do great things for you, because now the way predators and all this work, they going above and beyond to snatch up your babies. Okay, especially our babies. Our babies are the ones to be, a higher percentage of being snatched up. And so to be on guard, we got to make sure they on guard. Shark says that's why she don't do names or anything. I'd rather for her bag to be taken rather than her being tricked by a stranger. Some kids are loony as well. Yeah, it be the kids too. It be the kids. Really T says we lit over here. We definitely are. Shout out to everybody in the live. I know I keep saying that, but y'all don't know the love and support. Me and Rachel, then put into producing this, and even though she's not here physically, she definitely here in the comment. Shout out to Rachel. A safe word is a great and easy idea. It could be a word that a child is familiar with, like favorite Disney color. Exactly. Or the favorite color and an animal. You would have to really know them to know that type of situation. Yes, the safe word is important. So true. You never know a kid might need to use a safe word around family. See, and the safe word can go above and beyond. Shout out to Shar for that comment, because that is so absolutely true. And when I was typing up the bulletin for today, I was just like, we got to think bigger than just school clothes, don't talk to strangers, all that, but just kind of be about that whole staying safe and being proactive as much as we possibly can, right? The Assignment Podcast, it says the most definitely, because they will take your child's name and run with it like they know them for real. Exactly. That is so true. So even with us having unique names, as our culture do, we give our babies very unique names, they still do a lot of work to figure them out, to try to, take them away from us when this ain't your baby and it's my baby. So you know what I mean? Leah says, how necessary are safe words nowadays with the increased use of technology? Our parents having people, it says, our parents having people their kids had never met. Yes. Exactly. So Really T says yes, and don't trust anyone. They are using folks and other kids and grandmas to drive your babies. Be on guard all the time. Y'all couldn't up in the comments. I appreciate y'all. Yes, especially with the technology. I had to vulnerable parent moment. I had to take my daughter, as I told you, my daughter Sydney is very intelligent, and we talked about Roblox. I don't know if your children play Roblox, but my daughter does. It's like her favorite thing to do, and we talked about it from the beginning. You shall not be typing in the chat, because at the same time there was a young girl who was 14 who met a grown older white man off of Roblox, met with him, and he took her like 3-4 states over. Eventually they did find the young lady safe and sound, which I literally was like praying for her like every day, because that's not something any parent wants to have to deal with, of if it could have came out in a negative situation. And so I somehow found out that she was typing in the chat. So we had this long conversation about it, because now you're not using your integrity well. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. And it was because a friend was like, oh, you can't, which knew that she couldn't type in the chat, say that, why you should do it. It's so much fun. Like, it's not going to hurt nobody. But as her parent who checks her iPad all the time, I'm always on, and actually this time I slipped up on her in the chat. We had a long conversation. There was no punishment. Another long punishment is I can be on Roblox. No longer be on Roblox, because that friend isn't going to. What can that friend do for you? They're the same age as you. They can't do anything to help you, anything besides being your friend. And you have to know. You have to be confident in yourself to know that you're making the right decision regardless of what your friends think. And so she understood, and we moved forward. We no longer on Roblox, because I don't play that. You follow the rules that we give you, because our job is to do that. And if we don't give you rules, they're gonna think we're the bad parent. So definitely. Let's go up. It says, Leah says safety around familiar people is very important. Shout out to whomever said that. Really T says, yes, I agree. Technology is so powerful. It definitely is. The Instagram podcast is absolutely, especially if it's something that they love, they won't forget it. Comes to mind easily. Heart by Echoes from the Honeycomb. I love that name. It just goes together. Jasmine Olivia says, and who are you going to if you run to an adult that tries to talk to you? Know the school staff and know where to go to contact your parents. That is correct. Right, our parents, Honey T says our parents stay at the schoolhouse and they don't play. And that's on period. Thanks to everyone supporting and the host. Thank you so much, Really TT. Leah says, yes, they are. People say stay away from men and all that. I'm like everyone else is a suspect out there. Everybody's a suspect. And in my mind, everybody can get it. when it comes to anybody that has lived life to me, that I've carried you in my body for, you know, for terms of pregnancy, baby, when it comes to them, anybody can get it. So that's how it works, right? Um, really T says, Leah, I agree. Trust no one, period, point blank. And that is definitely true. Um, this year, my children's first year, they went out of town for the summer because we moved away from our family back home. But a lot of my family is in the South. And I pulled my oldest son to the side and I was like, I don't care who it is, including the person you went with. You call me at any time in your gut. If your hair's sticking up on your arm, if somebody around your gut, you call me. And I got 6 hours to be there because that's how long it takes for me to get from here to there. It doesn't matter. I don't care who it is. It doesn't matter. I don't care who it is. My children have the right to have as much as they possibly can, an untraumatic childhood coming from me and my husband and the people around us as possible. They deserve to have the most functional and loving childhood that they can have. Rachel says, Jasmine always a school teacher, so I know she has a first-hand experience. Oh, okay. Jasmine, thank you so much for your expertise and knowing the school staff and where the parent and to contact your parents at. That is actually really good information. And so my daughter's actually going back to the same school, so she knows where everything is. It's a brand new school, so she knows where everything at. And we also took a tour, so we know where everything is. And if we say, hey, go to the office, she knows exactly where it is. So that's actually really great information. Y'all out here kind of, I see y'all showing out for your girl. I love it. I love it. Okay. So additional things I want to talk about for all genders and ages is additional skills you can learn outside of school. School is great, y'all. I have a degree in fashion design. My husband has a degree in business administration and something else. I can't remember what's on his bachelor's degree. The other part that's on his bachelor's degree. But that is all great. But we are not doing anything in our fields. Okay. Now I do have a degree in fashion, and I do fashion based content, but I just started doing it now. Since like December 2019. I've been doing everything else but that. So let's make sure we build in our children's skills that they have outside of school. So if that's sports, if they're good at sports, if you see them and I mean good, not just, no offense, they're good at your mind, but they're actually good in coding, if they're actually good in building, if they're actually good, they're drawing and artistry, if they're actually good at maybe jumping on a trampoline, holding themselves up, whatever the case may be, let's try our best to build those schools. If you are in a community that has a park district, most park districts have scholarships. That means you don't have to come out of pocket much. Find a consignment shop that sell, not tutus, but leotards and the things that you need, where you can, pay for something inexpensive. Try to build those baby skills outside of school. And because I feel like that I did very well in school, even in college. I took it down, but I had, plaques over here being on a dean's list every semester when I was in college. But that didn't help me build what I'm doing now. I'm a content creator. So nothing in school besides the fashion course, which I had before I went to school, helped me get here. So we want to build our baby skills, whatever those are. Try to hone in on those skills as long as, they want to do those skills. So for me, my oldest son, he's really big on coding. He's also like my behind the scene tech guy. So that was in the beginning. If y'all saw him bringing in the laptop and setting things up, logging out, logging in, you got it. He's also my picture taker. Y'all don't even know that. He helps me when I be picking out clothes for the girl. He behind the scenes, he definitely one of my creative managers. Okay. What is it? The project manager. All right. So making sure that we provide our babies those additional, tools so they can build their skills that, they may do well in, because trade school is good. Cosmetology, electrician, mechanics. If you're good at what you do, you can make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 because you're good at what you do and not even have to go to school. So That's definitely, let's make sure we hone in on that. Peer pressure, y'all. This is a hard one because nowadays, I don't remember when I was younger going through peer pressure in elementary school. Peer pressure really didn't start for me when I was like high school, so I was like middle school. Comment down below when peer pressure really started for y'all, if y'all can remember that. But nowadays, peer pressure is as young as 5 years old. And and it's coming from other kids that have been taught these inappropriate things. So as far as young as 5 years old, let's start talking about peer pressure integrity, meaning always doing the right things. Doesn't matter what anybody else says, because peer pressure can lead to some negative things in life. And obviously my son that's 15, we've been talking about it for years. But for my 7-year-old, we've really been talking about it, a lot, because we really want her to understand you are, you're beautiful, you're smart, and all this. People are going to try to get you to do things they want you to do just to be doing what they're doing. And if it's not what you want to do, just because you don't want them to be, you want them to be your friend, we got to make sure we teach about peer pressure. Peer pressure is, and it's honestly a hard topic to teach about, because you want your child to be social, right? But you also, it's such just a thin line that you tread, right? Okay, so let's get into the comments. It says, Jasmine, she says, of course, girl, my students are 10. If they don't know where the parents are, they find me and we calling home. No games. And that's on period. Okay, let me get you to your parents. We want them. We want you with them. Really, teacher says, as far as school, some teachers are see parent involvement. Teachers are more prone to be on their P's and Q's as well. I agree with that. I have two, actually, all of our children have some type of disability, but that is definitely true. That is definitely true. Echoes from the honeycomb. She hearted Leah. Leah says, you are so right. Really, TC said, yes, Leah, it's so sad. And Golden puts a heart. Rachel says, what are some peer pressure issues I might run into with Lay starting school? One of the things is peer pressure is having to choose between who she want to sit with. No, you my friend. Why don't you sit with me? Because I'm your friend. I give you this. It's always, if you do this for me, I'll do that for you. Or, that type of thing. When she should, Leia's definitely smart enough. She can make her own decision, whatever she wants. If she want to sit on top of the roof, that's what she want to sit. That's what she can sit. Making sure that nobody's making her choose to do anything. That's peer pressure. She shouldn't have to choose unless it's positive. If it's positive, fine. But she shouldn't have to choose anything. Really, TT says, I only experienced peer pressure in cosmetology school. I don't really bother with folks in school, so didn't have peer pressure. I didn't either, but y'all went to school in 1990 to 2003. Like, that was so many years ago. Nowadays, little kids, because of the way they're being brought up at home, they're peer pressuring other kids. Like, if you're gonna be my friend, you got to do this. And this is nothing I'm like stories about. I'm hearing it in the playground. Taking my kids to the playground. These are what the kids are talking about. If you're gonna be my friend or do like this, I bet you can't jump like this. Just pressuring them to do more than maybe they would even want to do. And so it's definitely happening. I'm also hearing things that's happening to, I have sister cousins that have collectively, I think we got about 12 kids together, me and my sister cousins, but their babies are experiencing some of the same things. So, like, your child should never have to choose to do anything they don't want to do. If they don't want to do it, that's it. And just make sure they understand, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Now, if you really, truly want to do it, because you truly want to do it, not because your friend said or the person in your class said, you know what you need to do. So I don't remember having peer pressure either. Now, there was peer pressure. I'm from Benton Harbor, Michigan, home of the Mighty Tigers. It is definitely the neighborhood, emphasis on the hood. And it was definitely peer pressure in middle school. Oh, definitely peer pressure. Definitely peer pressure. Definitely peer pressure in middle school on up. But as far as elementary school, no. We were just regular kids, like, let's jump rope. Tag you it, But nowadays, it's just starting younger and younger. it's starting younger for kids to, and technology has a lot to do with that. Technology does. We got our kid TikTok. There, YouTube. There, it's technology is playing a large part. Technology is such an amazing thing, but it also hurts us in the long run because our kids, our kids are watching other, people do pranks. The prank content on social media is a big deal. So they're just following what they see and or what they're experiencing in their household. Honey T says, no peer pressure because our parents stayed at the school. My mama job was a block. One, let me see, Colfax to Levette, and then Levette to, yeah, it was a block and a half. My mama's job was a block and a half. So it wasn't Big P. never, not going. Now I did find ways around things once I got into high school, but not when I was younger. It was definitely peer pressure to wanting me to do it, but my gut don't play. Girl, my bubble guts, butterflies, you can't peer pressure me because I've been them puked on you. Because I ain't going. My integrity is too high. And I'm so serious. So serious. Shar says, I've experienced peer pressure in elementary school. See? Kids seem to try to peer pressure the shy kids, and I was one of them. They tried to get me to say rude stuff to the teacher or act out of character just to make others laugh. That is spot on. Thank you so much, Shar, for that. Growing, and again, I think I may be correct. Shar, please correct me. Did you grow up in Florida? I know you were there, but did you grow up in Florida? If not, can you just tell us like the state that was happening in? I grew up between Chicago, Illinois to Ben Harbor, Michigan. We would literally hop back and forth every year. So I'd be like kindergarten Chicago, first grade Ben Harbor, Michigan, second grade like all over. So I didn't experience it, but I know other young or people my age in their mid-30s that experience peer pressure. She said, yep. Shar says Miami. And it's happening. Jasmine, do you know if there's peer? I know you said your babies are 10. Are they experiencing peer pressure that age or a little bit younger? If so, if you can hone in on it, that would be so appreciative. But peer pressure is real at all ages, and so teaching that integrity thing, and I know integrity can be a hard thing, and peer pressure, it's just it's a line, it's a thin line to tread, but we need to talk about that, especially to our babies, because not saying other cultures, other nationalities don't deal with it, because they definitely do. But I know for me, I grew up in an all Black neighborhood. When I say all Black, I mean my teachers was Black, the student body was Black. Superintendent, everybody looked like me. So when I got to middle school, like I said, that's when more peer pressure, kind of came about. And then when I got to high school, it's the same thing. Everybody looked like me. Principal, superintendent, everybody looked like me. The lunch aides, everybody looked like me. So, it was definitely full of us African Americans, and it definitely was a lot of peer pressure when I got older. But when I was younger, not so much. But nowadays, so diverse. When my kids go to school, so diverse, and we got to make sure we hone in on that peer pressure aspect, because kids are learning things so much earlier than we could have ever learned it before. My daughter's 3, and she knows how to log into her iPad. She know the code to log into her iPad. That's 6 digits that she has remembered to log into her iPad. Like it's definitely happening. It's definitely happening. So I do just want to recap. Let's make sure that we are making sure that our children understand, especially our middle schoolers and high schoolers, that every decision that they make will assist with their future, good or bad. And then for our elementary school students, staying safe, and a code word, which I am 100% for and about. Also, the product of the week, do not forget the Apple AirTags and those Air Jordan 1 High OG Pollens. Jasmine says all the kids experience it because they want to be accepted. That's it. Girl, she said it in that one sentence. The students have to know that who you taught them to be is okay. Listen, kids are way smarter than we think. Yes. Thank you, Jasmine, so much on that. You said a mouthful in just that one sentence. All kids experience it because they want to be accepted. And that is 150,000% true. thank you so much, Jasmine, on that. So for any other ages, something we could talk about or do or hone in on for back to school is making sure that we pouring into our kids other skills outside of just education, health. If they enjoy working out, if they enjoy jump roping, there's always ways to build their passions. Okay. Next is peer pressure. We kind of had a long conversation about peer pressure. So that's definitely a big deal. Like peer pressure is definitely a big deal. It's definitely a big deal. So just thinking about it, I'm probably going to have a conversation since we get off this live with my kids about peer pressure because I just want to make sure that I'm not forgetting nothing. Okay. And last but totally not least, parents, our time is coming. The school bus is about to pull up. Okay. Book bags being filled up with school supplies, baby. And your last day to have kids running up your light bill is coming. Jasmine, they're all yours. Okay. Let me know where I got to drop them off. Okay. So we also want to think about our teachers, our staff, the staff at the schools, because some of these kids are HEW hockey sticks on wheels, and they're not being taught many things in their household. Okay, and so we just want to keep them in our thoughts, because now the kids are able to go back to school and be with their friends and all this. It's definitely a lot. Jasmine, I definitely will. You heard me. That's what I'm just saying. Like, we trying to keep you, I'm always for going back to school, but I also want my kids to have the best teacher. And the best teacher has great students if parents are involved. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's just my experience. This ain't my first rodeo. It's my technically second, almost third. So as involved as I can be in the classroom, I'm going to be, and that makes it so much easier for the teacher. That's just in my experience. So, y'all, with that being said, is there any more questions, comments, concerns? Y'all, this was live. This was lit. I definitely was nervous in the beginning, as if I'm not on camera all day, every day. But live is different. I do want to say, we have another comment. Shar says Zoe started going to school with elementary school students in March. She's been home for the summer, and school starts back next week. I can't wait until the bus pull up. Sis has to go. I asked Sydney today, what we went for the first day? What are we wearing? Should you put it on now? Sleeping it every day? Y'all gotta tell me something, because it's time to go. Okay? Miss Politically Correct needs to be doing multiplication in somebody's classroom. Not telling me that I didn't season the chicken too much. Yeah, it's time. It's time. I deserve it. I don't know about y'all, but I deserve it. I deserve it. Really, TT Curse of Fitness says, girl, you rock this. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I'm definitely super excited for the love and support that me and Rachel have obtained with the Assignment Podcast. And that is, talking about children and children's fashion, or should I say just fashion and parenting, because those are two things that we definitely love fashion. And one thing that you can't take away from us is we are some bomb mamas. Okay. Again, shout out to every single person in live, every single comment. We truly appreciate you across the not Instagram, sorry. Well, this will be on Instagram later, but on Facebook and on YouTube, y'all been showing out today, and my heart is so full. And I'm excited for next week, because my girl gonna be back with me side by side. Okay, side by side. And we gonna be live. Rachel, thank you so much for being in the comments. She said, great job, friend. You showed out like you always do. That's nice. That's my homegirl. Thank you everybody for tuning into the live with the Assignment Podcast, where we discuss all things fashion and parenting. The Assignment Podcast goes live every Sunday at 3 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. CST, and 6 p.m. EST. Make sure you follow and subscribe to us on Instagram, YouTube, and also here on Facebook with the Facebook page. You can also follow the Facebook group if you choose to, and that is at the THEE Assignment Podcast. Next week, our host Rachel will be back in action. You do not want to miss. Okay, you do not want to miss. Again, I thank you and appreciate you all for being here and supporting the Assignment Podcast. And as me and Rachel would say together, class dismissed. Bye.